If you're gonna plop down a good chunk of change for a nice performance luxury crossover, you want to feel a little bit special. You don't want to go to the mall parking lot and see every other person there with a similar vehicle as you. And sometimes that can be the case. Obviously BMW X3s, Mercedes-Benz GLCs, Audi Q5s, they're all fantastic vehicles, but they're all over the place. You go to the mall in Bellevue, and it seems like every third or fourth car in the parking lot will be one of those things. So maybe you want to be a little bit different, you want to feel a little bit special, so maybe you want to expand your car search in something a little bit less known, something that's not, in every single parking lot. Well, a great vehicle to consider is something like this beautiful 2020 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Veloce all-wheel drive. This is a really nice example. We're lucky to get this one, only 300 miles, 297 to be exact. Pretty much in near new condition, virtually new condition. Sometimes people buy cars that doesn't float their boat, they want something different. Maybe they didn't like it. Some people like some cars, some people don't. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it, but that's the case with this one. They got another car and traded this thing with only 300 miles. So luckily for you, if you're looking for an Alfa Romeo Stelvio, this is a beautiful example with only 300 miles of very nicely equipped with features. 1 owner clean Carfax. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. Beautiful color combination. We have the original build sheet. So the Stelvio is a compact performance luxury crossover. It's largely based off their Gulia sport luxury sedan. And this thing is fantastic. Very well received by the automotive press. The Italians, they have a flair for style and they have a flair for performance. Obviously, when we think about exotic cars, some of the first cars that come to our mind are, Italian brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini. There's other amazing car brands like Fiat, and obviously Alfa Romeo is a very well-known brand. Alfa Romeo was, in the United States for a little while, then they stopped selling cars in the US market, but recently they've returned again with some great products, namely the Gulia and the Stelvio. And it's based on a rear-wheel drive platform, which is great for performance. Obviously they added all-wheel drive, but the primary wheels that provide the thrust are the rear wheels for better balance. The engine and the transmission are mounted more in a longitudinal manner versus a front-wheel drive platform that's more of a horizontal manner for better balance and better handling. And you can tell that this has hints of performance potential. Namely, look at the side of these steering wheel paddle shifters. These look like something on a Ferrari or something like that. They're actually absolutely humongous. A lot of other brands just have like these little teeny paddle shifters. And they're also stationary, which is something that you'll find in more exotic cars. A lot of the paddle shifters are just fixed to the steering wheel. That shows that, Alfa Romeo is not messing around with this thing. They really are serious about performance. And they're not cheap plastic either. I think they're magnesium or something, some sort of alloy. Feels really nice. The start stop button's right in the steering wheel. You have this nice flat bottom steering wheel that feels wonderful in your hands. Nice Inline gauges with an LCD screen in the middle. You have a great screen for the infotainment system. This has navigation. We have a rear parking camera. You can see here we have the colors for the Italian flag right there, just a hint from where this vehicle originated from. Its final assembly point, you can see Casino, Italy. Alright, so let's take a look at the equipment on this thing. Original MSRP was close to $55,000, not a cheap vehicle at all. This has a 2-liter turbocharged engine pumping out 280 horsepower. That's matched to an 8-speed automatic transmission. So you have lots of standard equipment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Let's take a look at some of the optional equipment on this one. So we have the Veloce all-wheel drive package. That was an $1,800 option package. And this Volcano Black was a premium color, $660 extra for this lovely shade of black. So the Veloce all-wheel drive package for $1,800, you get sport leather seats. Very, very nice. Body color appearance kit, power adjustable seat bolsters, limited slip differential, that will definitely help with performance. 115 volt auxiliary power outlet, 8-way power driver's seat, 8-way power adjustable passenger seat, sport rear diffuser, Myron Black V Scudetto grill, maybe? Glass black window surrounding moldings. You have a higher performance all-season tires with 20-inch wheels, aluminum centering column mounted paddle shifters, which I just showed you, aluminum interior trim, and gloss red calipers, brake calipers with white script. So there you have it. We have a big moonroof to allow lots of natural light into the interior. You have a drive mode selector here, D and A. I forget what the different drive modes stand for. I think D stands for dynamic, which is generally the sport setting. I'll have to see what N and A stands for. I'll project it right up on the screen to leave the guesswork out what these drive modes mean, so you don't have to guess. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, dual zone auto climate control, nice aluminum pedals. And obviously, like I said, with 300 miles, this thing is virtually in new condition. Obviously, with performance, you have these massive brakes of excellent stopping power, and then obviously in that Veloce package, you get the red painted calipers with the white Alfa lettering on them. Styling's very unique too. A lot of cars tend to kind of blend together. They kind of all look very similar, or very small differences, but the styling on the Alfa is definitely distinctly Alfa. You're not going to confuse this with anyone else. I mean, especially the grille and the style of that. That goes back for decades and decades, you know, pulled from, you know, design themes for many Alfa products. And it works very well on the Stelvio. It's hard to always make these things look good. When you're dealing with a crossover SUV, it's kind of like an egg shape or a jelly bean shape on wheels. So sometimes it's hard to make it look as sleek and sexy as a Cooper sedan, but Alfa did a great job with the Stelvio. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very impressed by it. Also, some pretty sporty styling on the rear. We have that underbody diffuser. I like how the exhaust outlets are kind of integrated in the rear bumper, keeping everything kind of clean and streamlined back here. We have a power rear liftgate. Surprising amount of storage space. Obviously, look at it's, you know, completely clean back here. You have a cargo area cover to keep things out of prying eyes. This is easily removable. And of course, you can fold down the rear seats as well for more cargo space. Remove that cargo area cover. Sometimes you have to move that seat forward a little bit from the full flap, but you get the idea. A little bit extra storage under there. There's an inflator kit for in case you get a flat tire. And for that engine, there's that awesome 280 horsepower turbocharged engine. Fantastic engine. It's also very fuel efficient. We have complimentary delivery to Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. We can put this in our car hauler. We can tow it to you. So our mobile delivery service, this beautiful Stelvio can be all yours without leaving your neighborhood or your driveway. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon, and have a wonderful day.